Have you guys seen this story of a man in Imo State who killed 3 people in one day, claiming that it was God who instructed him to do so? The videos is so gory and we can't show it here, so you would have to go to our Telegram to see it. But from what we know, the man by the name of Michael Akudinobi was said to have murdered his uncle, a random old woman, and another man that was a total stranger to him, believing it was God instructing him to do so. But for his uncle, Mr. Joseph, an elderly man, it said that Michael killed him because he thought that he was the one who bewitched him when he was younger, causing him to lose his intelligence as a child. Michael used to live in Lagos with his father back in the day, and his father had a business in which Michael was helping the father with. Unfortunately, Michael's father eventually died and was brought back to the village Eko Awo Mama in Oru East local government area in Imo State. When Michael came back to bury his father, it seemed as though that was where he stayed and probably never went back to Lagos. His father's business in Lagos is unclear what happened to it, but from what we are hearing, Michael started selling weed and eventually started buying and selling palm kernel. Now, put in mind that this man is also married with a wife and family. So this is not just a man without kids. He has his own family and they all live in the same community, there where he committed this heinous crime. One day, Michael was just sitting down thinking about his life, and he was just wondering what was going wrong with his life and why nothing was working, and it hit him that it was his father's brother, Mr. Joseph, who was behind his failures. And somehow, somewhere in that realization, he heard the voice of God telling him to kill his uncle, and he did not hesitate. He went to confront his uncle and beat him to death, to the point that the man splashed blood all over Michael's body. Now, it's unclear the scenario. He seemed to have a phone charging shop where people go to charge their phone and pay money to charge their phone, and he had blood all over his body. He came to the shop, people ran away because he looked like a crazy person, and it was clear that he had just killed somebody, but nobody at the time knew that he had killed whoever he had killed. So he saw a little boy, one boy who did not run away, and told the boy to look after the phone charging shop while he goes home and watch off. It was most likely on his way to wherever that he saw his second victim, a random old woman that we don't know, who saw him covered in blood, the blood of his uncle he had just killed, and asked him, what's wrong with you? This old woman was concerned, thinking he was injured, not knowing that she was seeing the devil in the flesh. The moment the woman went to him to show concern, Michael attacked this woman. And according to his confession, he saw the woman and the Holy Spirit minister to him that the woman was evil. And so, in that moment, he attacked the woman and killed her too. And that was how he killed his second victim, a random elderly woman concerned about his look because he was covered in the blood of his first victim. He beat this woman the same way he beat and killed his uncle. Now, his third victim was a man named Jacob, who they say shoots cannon during ceremonies and burial. It's unclear his connection to this man, but this might as well be another stranger. And again, it was the same narrative. The Holy Spirit told him when he saw Jacob that Jacob was evil, and so he attacked Jacob with a hammer. After killing these people, be like saying, I can clear small. He then went into hiding. Because I don't know why the Holy Spirit is directing you to do all of this and then you're running away. If you're so sure that it's the Holy Spirit telling you to do this, why run away? Because it was said he went into hiding when the whole community and the other community, the woman he killed said was not in the same community as his. It was in a different community, according to some sources. So when the people are learning of what was going on and what's happening and discovering these bodies on the road, they knew they had to find him and stop him before he attacks the next person. But there were people who were angry, who were pissed, and they went straight to his house, storming it down. Sadly, Michael's family was at home. His wife and children were in the house, and they were attacked by people who were angry at Michael for what he had done. Luckily for the wife and kids, some people in the community had the sense and understanding that it's not right to beat the wife and the children for what Michael did, and so I think they were protected and taken away from the angry crowd of people who wanted to hurt them. Michael's house, unfortunately, was burnt to the ground. The video circulating around is of him confessing and telling people what had happened. It is believed that when he heard his wife and children were going to be attacked in the situation, he had to submit himself, and then eventually had this video made where he narrated everything. And from the video, people could tell that he wasn't making sense. He made so many unnecessary statements. He admitted that what he did was wrong, but insisted that he was instructed by God to do them. It's unclear what happened to him. Some sources say that he was eventually handed over to the police. Many people online are saying that it may have been a spiritual attack on him, and some people are saying it may have been the weed that he sells, or probably consumption of excess drugs intake. He had most likely abused drugs to that point where he became this aggressive. And if that is the case, then it's really troubling, because people will say weed don't make you do this. Weed is legal in most places. If weed can make you start killing people, then that is a problem. Apparently, there's something else he may have been taking that would have led him to start thinking the voices in his head were that of the Spirit of the Lord, or was that of God telling him to kill people. Now that is really some shit. They need to know what he took so that people don't take it. Because since he was selling weed in the community along with palm kernel, he's most likely selling that shit that got into his head, causing him to kill people. We need to find out what he's taking. It's unfortunate. Two random strangers just losing their life because they probably saw him covered in blood and thought they wanted to help. It's sad.